Ladies and gentlemen, what the f*** did I just watch? This ain't your typical shonen. This ain't about dreams or friendship. This is about a broke-ass boy with a chainsaw face, bodying demons and sipping for toast. We gotta talk about your boy Denji, the greatest, most down bad, somewhat, most dangerous menace in modern anime. From selling eyeballs to chainsawing zombies into ground beef, Denji is him, but also he is not okay. Let's walk through the bloodbath that is Chainsaw Man, episode 1 through 12, and figure out how a broke teenager with the IQ of a toast become public safety's biggest liability. Now, the purpose of this bullshit is to see if Denji is the most disrespectful anime character in anime history. And also, is he a menace? So we're gonna review all the most important episodes just to see how disrespectful he is. And at the end of every episode that I deem is important, we're gonna have the disrespectful count at the bottom of the screen. Let's go ahead and get to it. But first, let me put y'all on game. This anime, this ain't no friendship is magic believe it bullshit. This right here is called Chainsaw Man. It follows this little broke ass gremlin named Denji, a dude who got finessed by life, beat by poverty, scammed by the government, and still somehow became one of the most violent down bad motherfuckers that ever graced your screen. And I ain't exaggerating either. So boom, episode 1 opens up and off the rip, this shit looks sad as fuck, my brother. Bro living in a shed that got rats with better real estate. He's so broke, he's out here selling his body parts like it's the Facebook market. Sold his eyes, check. Sold his kidneys, check. Even sold a nut, check. This man out here getting neutered for grocery money. And for what? To pay off his daddy Yakuza's debt. And you know what else is crazy? His dad kills himself and Denji inherits a fucking bill that he never asked for. His whole life, this motherfucker been grinding just not to die. And plus, he out here slaying devils with a fucking chainsaw on a stick. And he got a sidekick, a cute little dog named Cheetah. Got a chainsaw sticking out his damn forehead like halfway out of his goddamn skull. This is who we rooting for, y'all. I'm good. So Denji and Cheetah out here killing devils for pocket change, literally getting paid in change, bread, and trauma. He living on toast dreams and hunger pains. But the real violation, the Yakuza who been using him, they sell him out to a fucking zombie devil, and they said, hey little bro, thanks for all the unpaid labor, now die. These motherfuckers got possessed by some bootleg Resident Evil boss, and Denji gets shot into fucking cubes, dead, gone, mingled, folded like a futon. But guess what? Pochita says, nah fam, I got you. Little bro fuses with Denji's body and brings him back from the dead on some chainsaw Frankenstein shit. Now I hope I don't get copyrighted for this shit because I'm suffering from the same shit that Denji has. I'm broke too, nigga. But anyways, the shit gets nasty. Denji stands up with a chainsaw coming out of his fucking head, chest revering like a damn dirt bike, eyes glowing. Bro looked at all 500 zombies and said, I'ma turn this whole warehouse into a fucking ground beef shop. And he does. He started revering and slicing these zombies like his fucking devil may cry and Mortal Kombat had a baby. Limbs flying, heads rolling, blood everywhere. He's laughing while bodying people. He chopped through them like it's a fucking coupon. So now, the warehouse is soaked in blood, zombies dead, Yakuza's dead, Denji standing there looking like a murderer blended with legs, and guess who pulls up? Makima. Dressed like she just left the BDSM, she sees this man covered in blood, and instead of shooting him like a sane person, she says, do you want to be my dog? I'll feed you. Man, what the fuck? What kind of disrespectful shit that this bitch got going on? Who the fuck this bitch thinks she is? And Denji, with no hesitation, folds like a goddamn lawn chair and says, yes ma'am. Bro just got done committing a war crime, and now he riding shotgun with the enemy talking about, do I get breakfast? This man is not okay. This is Chainsaw Man. So, since you just learned who the fuck Denji is and how he became the Chainsaw Man, I believe I don't have to explain that shit again. So all of that which I just explained, which came from episode 1, will be Exhibit A. Denji, the down bad demon slayer. Now we're gonna move on to Exhibit B. The power got ADHD and PTSD. Makima shows up calm and cute like always, but she's a psychopath bitch in a trench coat. She pets Denji and says,
"You're either gonna be my dog or I'm gonna kill you."
Denji, my boy, a walking hormone, he folded immediately. She feeds him, bathes him, gives him a uniform and says,
"Work for public safety."
Bro joined the government faster than a broke ninja on Naruto welfare. Now check this out. He's teammates with Aki, right? A moody man with more trauma than a Reddit thread. Aki tries to fight Denji for being a simp and get kneed in the nut 3 times in a row, bro. The disrespect times 2, but it can't be more disrespectful than a gremlin goddess in episode 3. So Power shows up and she's chaos incarnate, a blood fiend. She kills a sea cucumber devil with 1 punch, screams, lies, and finesse Denji by promising to squeeze her titties if he helps her save her cat. And you already know, my boy Denji, he agreed with no hesitation. Denji would sell his lungs just to cuddle, bro. That's crazy work, but not as crazy as episode 4. Power sets up Denji. The bad devil eats her cat, eats her, then tries to eat Denji. And Denji transforms mid-sentence. This man slices the bad devil like his deli. Organs in 4K, blood spraying like his Hellsing ultimate. Disrespect number 3, bro. And after all that, Denji still tries to claim his boob award, bro. And that's why we gotta move on to Exhibit C. So in episode 6, they get trapped in a hotel by the Eternity Devil, a cursed blob that loops time forever. Everyone panics, Kobani's crying, Ari's shaking, Aki's he contemplating life, and Denji jumps and starts chainsawing for 3 straight days. Just blood, pain, screaming, and evil laughter. By the end, the devil begs to die. Denji chainsawed him into suicide. Disrespect number 4. So in episode 7, everybody pouring up their champagne, popping bottles and shit because Diddy beat his case. And Harmono, man, she was feeling your boy Denji.
She said, "Hey man, I'll give you your first kiss."
And this is where everything goes straight to hell. She kisses him at the party, right? And then she pukes and vomits in his mouth. He swallowed it. And they got the nerve to show it in slow-mo. I wanted to sell my fucking eyeballs to the same black market that fucking Denji sold his to. That man was never the same again. That's trauma damage. Aki and Hamino go after the gun devil. Hamino is down bad. Your girl tried to rizz up my boy Denji, and Denji wasn't going for that shit. My nigga had rejected her, and this is why I gotta respect Denji, because he rejected a baddie, only to be instantly lost when she says,
"Do you want to in the morning?"
Boy, I would have folded, my nigga. I would have folded because she's a baddie, I swear to God. Then Katana Man shows up with a sword head and starts slicing the whole squad like they deli ham. Hamino sacrifices herself. Aki gets PTSD. My God, bro. My God. In episode 9, my boy Denji jumps into round 2. Blood spraying, orange flying, screaming like a blender full of kittens. Katana Man got plot armor, but Denji drags it out like it's a UFC match. Denji gets up, gets cut in half twice, and still wins with a final blade pull. Disrespect number 5. And now we gotta move on to Exhibit D, the final exhibit in this fucking video. The fallen dogs of public safety. Ladies and gentlemen, this final piece of evidence is gonna prove all things. Makima gets shot by the FBI. Everybody thought the bitch died, but she pulls back up and starts bodying niggas without moving. It's almost like this bitch was ordering Uber Eats and people were just exploding. It's almost like she was running fucking Death Note without zero effort. Makima, she was a force not to be fucked with. Episode 11 and 12 is fucking crazy. The final duo slice up. Aki, Denji, and Power raided the FBI base, and Aki fights Ghost Devil and fucked around and see Harmono's ghost and speed ran out of that bitch because it got PTSD. And Power loses her mind and kills everything in sight. And my boy Denji, he mans up and fights Katana Man again and says, "It's time to settle this shit like a real man." no power. Bro, he threw up his fist like he motherfucker Conor McGregor and beat this nigga ass barehanded and still wins. My nigga used no blades. Boy, I was feeling my boy Denji, boy. He got so fucking mad. He tied Katana Man up to a train and stumped this nigga in the nuts for 24 hours, boy. You would have thought this was a fucking Boondocks episode. He did this shit all because he couldn't clap harming those cheeks, boy. I would have been fucking furious too. Boy, the disrespect counter had fucking maxed out. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the results, the data is in, and we came up with the final conclusion. The conclusion is Denji isn't a menace. He's just a fucking simp. He the biggest simp alive. Now look. Don't chew me out. I came into this anime thinking Denji was finna be the next shonen menace. The motherfucker had a chainsaw head, he had demon powers, and he absolutely had no remorse. This man ain't no menace. He's a fucking simp, a walking L. He risked his life for a squeeze. He turned into a government dog for toast and hugs. He literally let Makima leash him like a damn dog, bro. And he said thank you. This ain't no menace energy. This is low income desperation. Denji got more red flags than North Korea parades. Is Denji the most disrespectful anime character? Hell no. The crown belongs to somebody who actually got dignity. Denji is the most violent, reckless chainsaw swinging, head chopping simp in anime history, and I stand on that.